Welcome to Stage Zero Automotive. Today we're going to do a short discussion on the price of speed, at least a way that we quantify the price of speed. This isn't the only way to do it. You may think that it's not the correct way. If so, feel free to leave your ideas in the comments below. But nevertheless, sort of a way that we look at quantifying the price of speed. If we take a look at this spreadsheet here, these cars from the 2003 Mercedes CLK up to this 07 BMW 335i, these are cars that are currently on our watch list. We focus on cars that are under $10,000 that are enthusiast vehicles, under 120,000 miles, clean Carfax. And so we buy them, do a few cosmetic enhancements, and then we resell them to enthusiasts who want to then take them to the next level. So we have, these are sort of various cars on our watch list, and their prices currently based on excellent condition in Carfax. We have 0 to 60 times for each of these cars, 0 to 60 miles an hour. This is from 0 to 60times.com. And then we have sort of a price per tenth of a mile of speed over in this column. How do we arrive at that? Well, we take a baseline of a 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. We assume that most enthusiasts don't want a car that takes more than 10 seconds to go from a dead stop to 60 miles an hour. So we take that as just sort of the upper limit of what we would accept. We subtract from that the actual 0 to 60 time of the car, and we multiply that by 10 because there's 10 tenths per second. We then take that number, divide it into the retail price of the car to get the price per tenth faster than a 0 to 60 of 10 seconds. The BMW does a 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. 10 seconds minus 5 seconds is 5. 5 times 10 is 50. 50 into 8,080 is, I think, 160. We rounded that to 162. So you're paying $162 per tenth of speed faster than a 0 to 60 of 10 seconds. The 2002 Honda Accord V6 here, slower than the BMW, 6 seconds 0 to 60, also less expensive. So again, 10 seconds minus 6 seconds is 4. 4 times 10 is 40 tenths. 40 tenths into 6480, $162, I think, even dead on the money, $162 per tenth, and so forth and so on through these cars, from the inline 6 twin turbo to a V6 to a V8 to a V6 here in the G35, the M54 inline 6 on this 04 330Ci, the N52 on these 328s, the V6 on the G35, slightly newer, slightly quicker. And we have the Volvo with the turbo 5-cylinder and another V8 in the Mercedes. I recognize that these were the times when these cars were new. They're not new anymore. They're probably a little bit slower, but this is all we have to go by in terms of comparison's sake. Now, the lower part of the list, these are more recent cars. These are not cars that we deal in. They are more expensive cars because they are new. And we then use the same formula to quantify the cost per tenth faster than the 0 to 60 of 10 seconds in these cars. Take, for instance, the 2023 Honda Civic Type R, the 2025 Toyota GR Corolla. These prices, we got sort of average prices from Edmunds. These cars 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. 10 minus 5.1 is 4.9. 4.9 times 10 is 49. 49 into 44,500, $908 per tenth faster than 0 to 60 of 10 seconds. 918 for the GR Corolla. If you want to get up into supercar territory, 2025 Corvette ZR1, 2.2 seconds, $176,000. You take that 10 minus the 2.2, was that 7.8? 78 times 10 is 78 into this price. $2,263 you're paying per tenth faster than 0 to 60. Clearly, this Corvette is going to gap this 335i. I understand that. But a lot of people don't have this kind of money. And so we're trying to find out, where is the best value, best bang for the buck. Again, these times may not be quite accurate because these cars are older, but then on the other side, take, for instance, this 2007 BMW 335i N54 engine, some bolt-ons, a tune, and clearly you'll put several $1,000s into that doing it, but you'll probably drop this 0 to 60 time measurably because your horsepower has gone from 300 to 425 or 450. So again, if you tune these cars, and all these cars have tuning potential, you may be able to actually reduce the cost of every tenth of speed you pick up. So again, just kind of a way that we look at it. If you found this helpful, please leave a like. And we appreciate you joining us today at Stage Zero Automotive.